Hosea6. Come, and let us return to the Lord, for he has torn, but he will heal us, he has stricken, but he will bind us up. Come, and let us return unto the Lord, for he hath torn, and he will heal us, he hath smitten, and he will bind us up. After 2 days he will revive us, on the 3rd day he will raise us up, that we may live in his sight. After 2 days will he revive us, in the 3rd day he will raise us up, and we shall live in his sight. Let us know, let us pursue the knowledge of the Lord. His going forth is established as the morning, he will come to us like the rain, like the latter and former rain to the earth. Then shall we know, if we follow on to know the Lord, his going forth is prepared as the morning, and he shall come unto us as the rain, as the latter and former rain unto the earth. O Ephraim, what shall I do to you? O Judah, what shall I do to you? For your faithfulness is like a morning cloud, and like the early dew it goes away. O Ephraim, what shall I do unto thee? O Judah, what shall I do unto thee? For your goodness is as a morning cloud, and as the early dew it goeth away. Therefore I have hewn them by the prophets, I have slain them by the words of my mouth, and your judgments are like light that goes forth. Therefore have I hewed them by the prophets, I have slain them by the words of my mouth, and thy judgments are as the light that goeth forth. For I desire mercy and not sacrifice, and the knowledge of God more than burnt offerings. For I desired mercy, and not sacrifice, and the knowledge of God more than burnt offerings. But like men they transgressed the covenant, there they dealt treacherously with me. But they like men have transgressed the covenant, there have they dealt treacherously against me. Gilead is a city of evildoers and defiled with blood. Gilead is a city of them that work iniquity, and is polluted with blood. As bands of robbers lie in wait for a man, so the company of priests murder on the way to Shechem, surely they commit lewdness. And as troops of robbers wait for a man, so the company of priests murder in the way by consent, for they commit lewdness. I have seen a horrible thing in the house of Israel, there is the harlotry of Ephraim, Israel is defiled. I have seen an horrible thing in the house of Israel, there is the whoredom of Ephraim, Israel is defiled. Also, O Judah, a harvest is appointed for you, when I return the captives of my people. Also, O Judah, he hath set an harvest for thee, when I return the captivity of my people. Hosea8. Set the trumpet to your mouth. He shall come like an eagle against the house of the Lord, because they have transgressed my covenant and rebelled against my law. Set the trumpet to thy mouth. He shall come as an eagle against the house of the Lord, because they have transgressed my covenant, and trespassed against my law. Israel will cry to me, my God, we know you. Israel shall cry unto me, my God, we know thee. Israel has rejected the good, the enemy will pursue him. Israel hath cast off the thing that is good, the enemy shall pursue him. They set up kings, but not by me, they made princes, but I did not acknowledge them. From their silver and gold they made idols for themselves that they might be cut off. They have set up kings, but not by me, they have made princes, and I knew it not, of their silver and their gold have they made them idols, that they may be cut off. Your calf is rejected, O Samaria. My anger is aroused against them how long until they attain to innocence? Thy calf, O Samaria, hath cast thee off, mine anger is kindled against them, how long will it be ere they attain to innocency? For from Israel is even this, a workman made it, and it is not God, but the calf of Samaria shall be broken to pieces. For from Israel was it also, the workman made it, therefore it is not God, but the calf of Samaria shall be broken in pieces. They sow the wind, and reap the whirlwind. The stalk has no bud, it shall never produce meal. If it should produce, aliens would swallow it up. For they have sown the wind, and they shall reap the whirlwind, it hath no stalk, the bud shall yield no meal, if so be it yield, the strangers shall swallow it up. Israel is swallowed up, now they are among the Gentiles like a vessel in which is no pleasure. Israel is swallowed up, now shall they be among the Gentiles as a vessel wherein is no pleasure. For they have gone up to Assyria, like a wild donkey alone by itself, Ephraim has hired lovers. For they are gone up to Assyria, a wild ass alone by himself, Ephraim hath hired lovers. Yes, though they have hired among the nations, now I will gather them, and they shall sorrow a little, because of the burden of the king of princes. Yea, though they have hired among the nations, now will I gather them, and they shall sorrow a little for the burden of the king of princes. Because Ephraim has made many altars for sin, they have become for him altars for sinning. Because Ephraim hath made many altars to sin, altars shall be unto him to sin. I have written for him the great things of my law, but they were considered a strange thing. I have written to him the great things of my law, but they were counted as a strange thing. For the sacrifices of my offerings they sacrifice flesh and eat it, but the Lord does not accept them. Now he will remember their iniquity and punish their sins. They shall return to Egypt. They sacrifice flesh for the sacrifices of mine offerings, and eat it, but the Lord accepteth them not. Now will he remember their iniquity, and visit their sins, they shall return to Egypt. For Israel has forgotten his Maker, and has built temples, Judah also has multiplied fortified cities, but I will send fire upon his cities, and it shall devour his palaces. For Israel hath forgotten his Maker, and buildeth temples, and Judah hath multiplied fenced cities, but I will send a fire upon his cities, and it shall devour the palaces thereof. Proverbs 5. My son, pay attention to my wisdom, lend your ear to my understanding. My son, attend unto my wisdom, and bow thine ear to my understanding. That you may preserve discretion, and your lips may keep knowledge. That thou mayest regard discretion, and that thy lips may keep knowledge. For the lips of an immoral woman drip honey, and her mouth is smoother than oil. For the lips of a strange woman drop as an honeycomb, and her mouth is smoother than oil. But in the end she is bitter as wormwood, sharp as a two-edged sword. But her end is bitter as wormwood, sharp as a two-edged sword. Her feet go down to death, her steps lay hold of hell. Her feet go down to death, her steps take hold on hell. Lest you ponder her path of life, her ways are unstable, you do not know them. Lest thou shouldest ponder the path of life, her ways are movable, that thou canst not know them. Therefore hear me now, my children, and do not depart from the words of my mouth. Hear me now therefore, O ye children, and depart not from the words of my mouth. Remove your way far from her, and do not go near the door of her house. Remove thy way far from her, and come not nigh the door of her house. Lest you give your honor to others, and your years to the cruel one. Lest thou give thine honor unto others, and thy years unto the cruel. Lest aliens be filled with your wealth, and your labors go to the house of a foreigner. Lest strangers be filled with thy wealth, and thy labors be in the house of a stranger. And you mourn at last, when your flesh and your body are consumed. And thou mourn at the last, when thy flesh and thy body are consumed. And say, how I have hated instruction, and my heart despised correction. And say, how have I hated instruction, and my heart despised reproof. I have not obeyed the voice of my teachers, nor inclined my ear to those who instructed me. And have not obeyed the voice of my teachers, nor inclined mine ear to them that instructed me. I was on the verge of total ruin, in the midst of the assembly and congregation. I was almost in all evil in the midst of the congregation and assembly. Drink water from your own cistern, and running water from your own well. Drink waters out of thine own cistern, and running waters out of thine own well. Should your fountains be dispersed abroad, streams of water in the streets? Let thy fountains be dispersed abroad, and rivers of waters in the streets. Let them be only your own, and not for strangers with you. Let them be only thine own, and not strangers with thee. Let your fountain be blessed, and rejoice with the wife of your youth. Let thy fountain be blessed, and rejoice with the wife of thy youth. As a loving deer and a graceful doe, let her breast satisfy you at all times, and always be enraptured with her love. Let her be as the loving hind and pleasant roe, let her breast satisfy thee at all times, and be thou ravished always with her love. For why should you, my son, be enraptured by an immoral woman, and be embraced in the arms of a seductress? And why wilt thou, my son, be ravished with a strange woman, and embrace the bosom of a stranger? For the ways of man are before the eyes of the Lord, and he ponders all his paths. For the ways of man are before the eyes of the Lord, and he pondereth all his goings. His own iniquities entrap the wicked man, and he is caught in the cords of his sin. His own iniquities shall take the wicked himself, and he shall be holden with the cords of his sins. He shall die for lack of instruction, and in the greatness of his folly he shall go astray. He shall die without instruction, and in the greatness of his folly he shall go astray.